Today we people are going to discuss about the chapter light, that is chapter 10 of our book. So let's discuss about light. What is light? Light is actually a form of energy, and we know that sun is the biggest source of energy, and light enables us to see all the objects, and it undergoes various phenomena. These are reflection, refraction and dispersion, etc. So in 10th only these three phenomena are there, but there are so many other phenomena that are related to light. So let's discuss first, that is reflection of light. So reflection of light, what is it? It is the phenomena of bouncing back of the light into the same medium. Here this is the incident ray, it bounces back from the reflecting surface and it gets reflected back to the same medium. Clear? This is incident ray, this is reflected ray, this is angle of incidence, this is angle of reflection, and this one is the normal. Clear? So you can write it like this. Now let's see next. Now we are having laws of reflection of light. First is angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Second one is incident ray, normal ray and reflected ray, they always lie on the same plane. Clear? And next one, reflecting surface. This can be a polished surface, this can be a shiny surface, or it can be a mirror. Clear? So we just have seen the diagram that in which the angle of incidence and angle of reflection and normal, they were on the same plane. You can see it again here. So you can see this is a plane and all these are lying on the same plane. Clear? So let's see next. Now we are having types of mirrors. Mirrors are of basically two types, plane mirror and spherical mirror. Spherical mirror is further divided into two, concave mirror and convex mirror. These you have already seen in your lower grades, that is mostly in 8th grade. So this is a diagram for concave mirror, this is for convex mirror, this is a reflecting surface, this is the shaded or colored surface, this one is the reflecting surface. Clear? Now these are having some most important terms with them. So this is again a concave mirror. It is having a pole. You can see M dash, this shape, this curved shape of the mirror. Clear? This M dash, this is known as aperture. P, the center of the aperture is P, that is pole. Clear? And here I have written C. C is center of curvature. How? Because it is a part of a sphere. Clear? How? It's a part of sphere because we know that it's a spherical mirror. This portion is cut from the sphere and that sphere is having a center with it. So that center is known as center of curvature. Clear? And the distance from pole and center of curvature, this becomes a radius and this is known as radius of curvature. Clear? Next half of it, this is F, that is principal focus. Clear? And this distance between P and F, this is known as the focal length. So these are some important terms and these are having some definitions. So pole, the center of aperture of the reflecting surface, this is known as pole. It is noted by P. It lies on the surface of the mirror. Then center of curvature, I have already told you, it's a part of a sphere. Clear? And the center of that sphere, that is known as center of curvature. And it lies outside. Clear? Now next one is there, radius of curvature. Again, I have already told you the distance between this is known as radius of curvature. Then principal focus, it is having another definition, that is the rays coming parallel to the principal axis. After reflection they meet at a point, that is known as principal focus. We will discuss it later. Then principal axis is there, this line, the whole line, this is known as principal axis. What is it? The axis on which center of curvature, focus and pole lies, that is known as principal axis. Clear? Then aperture, I have already told you this curved portion, M dash, that is known as aperture. Then focal length, the distance between focus and the pole, that is known as focal length. And mathematically, R is equal to 2F. R is radius. This is twice of focal length. Why? Because focal length is half of the radius. How? You can see the diagram. It is half of this. And this one is radius. Clear? So these are some important terms related to the mirrors, spherical mirrors, and you must learn them. Now next thing is there, rules to draw ray diagrams. Firstly, you must know ray. Ray is this having arrowhead on it. It's not a line diagram, it's a ray diagram if arrow is there. Clear? So the rules are there to draw the ray diagrams. The first rule is there, if the ray of light is parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis that we have discussed just now. If it is parallel to the principal axis after reflection, because this is a reflecting surface, from it will get reflected back. After reflection, it will pass through the principal focus. This is the first rule. Similarly, ray of light coming parallel. This is for convex mirror coming parallel. It is supposed to pass through focus because in convex mirror, focus is on this side because sphere will be on this side and center will be on this side. So it is supposed to pass through focus, but it will reflect back like this. Now second rule is there. If the ray of light is passing through the focus, after reflection from the reflecting surface, it will become parallel. Ray of light passing through the focus after reflection, because it will reflected back from this part, this is the reflecting surface, it will become parallel. This is the second rule. Now third rule, ray of light passing through the center of curvature, it will retrace its path. Ray of light passing through the center of curvature, it will retrace its path. Now last rule is there, that is ray of light incident on the pole, it will get reflected back, and when this light will fall on the pole, it will obey the rules of reflection of light, that is angle of I will always equal to angle of R. Now some homework is there. There is a table 10.1 on NCERT book, that is at page number 164, and diagrams are there on 166. So you have to use these rules to draw those diagrams. Similarly, table 10.2 is there. You have to draw the ray diagrams. If you are not going to understand them, you can ask me. Okay. Then one more homework is there. You have to list the uses of concave and convex mirror and distinguish between concave and convex mirror. You have already done in your lower grades. Clear? Now if you people going to see about these, let's see. This is table 10.1. On the various positions, the object is there, and we have to form the diagrams on the basis of this table, and diagrams are there on this page. So first diagram, object is at infinity, rays of light coming parallel, after reflection they will pass through focus. Rays of light coming parallel, after reflection they will pass through focus, and here at the point of intersection we will get the image formed. And you can see it's a point, image formed will be very small or highly diminished, and it will be real and inverted. Clear? Because it is forming outside the mirror and we are able to form it on the screen. Similarly, second diagram is there. We have to again use the rules that we have discussed just now. This is the object AB, ray of light parallel, after reflection it will pass through focus. Second, through center of curvature it will retrace its path, and here we got the point of intersection, and on that point the image will form. You can see it is inverted. If it is inverted, it is real and it is smaller in size. So similarly, you have to draw the diagrams. You can use only two rules. Why two rules only? Because we just want to find a point of intersection. And at that point of intersection, we people will be able to form the diagram, or we people will be able to find out the image. Clear? So if you are not going to understand these diagrams, I will make a separate video for this also. Similarly, for convex mirror, we are having these diagrams. Only two diagrams are there for convex mirror. Parallel. They are supposed to pass through focus, but they will reflect back. If the object is here, parallel, it is supposed to pass through focus. Then second one, through center of curvature, and here inside the mirror, we people will find the point of intersection, and at this the image will form. That's why it is used as a side view mirror of the vehicles, and you must have read a line written on them. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Clear? This is a mirror that you people are using as a side view mirror of your vehicle. Now next one is the sign conventions. Sign conventions, because this chapter is having numerical problems also. So in that we have to use the sign conventions, and even while drawing the diagrams. Now see there, like you must have seen in the graphs, x-axis, minus x-axis or x dash, y-axis and minus y-axis or y dash. Means all the distances are to be measured from the pole, and in the direction of incidence of light. Light is incident on this direction. So all the distances are to be measured from the pole. So distance to the right hand side will be positive, to the left hand side will be negative, to the upper side will be positive, to the lower side will be negative. Same as that of graph. Upper side positive y-axis, lower side negative y-axis. Right side positive x-axis, left side negative x-axis. And all the distance are to be measured from the pole. So pole is our origin. Clear? Now next is mirror formula. No derivation is there in your syllabus. So mirror formula is just 1 by v plus 1 by u plus 1 by f. For this you can consult page number 168 of the NCERT book. So 1 by v plus 1 by u plus 1 by f. Now what are these values? U, this is the distance between pole and the object. V, this is the distance between pole and the image, and f is the focal length, we already know. Clear? Now next one is magnification. This is again a formula. What is it? This is the ratio of height of the image formed to the height of the object. Magnification, how magnified image we people got after reflection of light. So height of image formed by height of the object, this ratio is magnification, and also this is equal to minus v by u. Here negative sign, after solving it, if you are getting negative sign, it means the image formed is real and inverted. Clear? And if it is in positive sign, then the image form will be virtual and erect. That means if the image is forming in downward direction, then it will be real and inverted, and if the image is forming in upward direction, then it will be virtual and erect. Clear? So let's see how we people are able to use the sign conventions. This is a formula type for concave mirror and for convex mirror. This is for concave mirror. Clear? So while you are drawing mirror, must draw these lines. Clear? So what will be there? If the object is here, this is AB. If object is here, then this much distance is u from pole to object, as we have discussed over here. Distance between pole and object is u. This much distance is u. And distance between, if image is forming here, distance between image formed and the pole is v. And this one is focal length. Clear? Now what will be the values for u, v and f for concave mirror for first 5 cases? As it is having 6 cases, you can see in the table 10.1. So u will be negative because it is on this side. V is also on this side, so again it will be negative from pole. F is also on this side, so it means F is also negative. Now magnification is minus V by U. Now let's put the values over here. Minus of V is negative, U is negative, 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 1 negative cancel, M is negative. So it means image form is inverted and real. Yes, it is inverted. And if it is inverted, then it will be real. In the last case, when you people will draw the diagrams, in the last case, what we people are getting? We are getting the image formed inside the mirror. The image is formed inside the mirror. You can see in the book also. See there. This is the last case. Object is between pole and focus. And this is the object. And see, the image is inside. Image is inside and it's erect, and if it is erect, then it will be virtual. So for the last case, we are having different sign conventions, but for all the other cases, conventions are same. Sign conventions are same. So let's see. So for the last case, what will be there when the object is between P and F? U is negative, V is positive. Why? Because now image is forming on this side, right side. F will be negative. So again, magnification minus V by U, put the values. V is positive, U is negative, negative, negative cancel. So answer is positive. So from here you get erect and virtual image. Now for convex mirror, again, this is height of object H. Image is forming inside and it is erect, smaller in size, as it is used in the side view mirror. Clear? Is the objects that you are watching from your side view mirror, these are always erect. Clear? So U is negative because it is on this side. V is positive, it is on this side, on right hand side. F is positive, F is also on right hand side. Clear? So put the values in the magnification. M is equal to minus V by U. So minus V is positive, U is negative, negative, negative cancel, M is positive. So image form is erect and virtual. So this portion is reflection of light of your book. Now just numerical problems are there that will be based on these formulae. Clear? So till this, do the work. Take care everyone.